Hi, welcome back to my channel. This video is for anyone who is in need of inspiration, feeling overwhelmed, feeling like you're stuck in a gap, or trying so hard to achieve something and it just feels like you're repelling it at this point. Hi, my name is Sandy. Today I wanted to talk to you about something that keeps coming up. This is a second sequence in a couple videos. At least 2 videos, because I've done one before and this is the second one, so we'll see. This is more of one of my experiment ones where I present something in hopes that it's inspirational, but also doing the journey with you. That's what I want to do. So I keep hearing and keep seeing things around being in the gap between where you are and where you're trying to go, or the goal you're trying to achieve that isn't a goal, like saving money to go on a trip. That's something you can see incrementally and do that. This is more like finding not necessarily my purpose, but the groove that I'm supposed to be in, the reason I came here for. If that's you, this is definitely for you. So the other thing I keep seeing or hearing about is the backwards law, where what I mean by that is you've heard of the couple that has been trying to get pregnant over and over again, and once they finally give up and they just resign themselves to knowing that that's just not for them, then or they adopt, usually it's when they adopt, all of a sudden they become pregnant, that kind of thing. Or if you ask somebody, usually if it's something pivotal or whatever, and they ask the person, what were you thinking about, what were you doing, how did you get there, and I was doing all this other stuff, and then this just came along. They're not focusing on it. And I'm sure you've had times where you've been focused on something so intently that it just doesn't happen. And you can't figure out why. So I just left a doctor's appointment and I've been thinking about this sleep thing, which was, I explained a little bit in the other video, and my dad having an episode. But it's back to, that's where my point was, is the thought right now of fighting for or planning for. That's the series. Fighting for or planning for. Now, there's probably a good amount of literature, and a lot of people talk about how it is, if you don't plan for it, basically, there's like a nice little phrase, but I can't remember it, that it's not going to happen. So I can plan to meal prep at the end of that on the weekend, but I can find a bazillion other things to do. I can put it in my calendar. I'll still find something else to do because I don't want to meal prep. I don't want to have it planned. But I can cut up sweet potato last night, and when I get home, when I'm doing dishes, the cut up sweet potato that I cut up last night because I was too tired to put it in the oven and wait that whole time to have it be done and then have to wait to put it away. When I get home, after I'm at the gym right now, but when I leave the gym, I can go home, put those in the oven, and those suckers can cook while I try to make yogurt. So that's one of the things that I don't want to live by a clock. That's freedom to me. Yes, there is times that you have to be at an appointment. There are things like that. But one of the things that I have always been fascinated with when they talked about Jesus was he didn't live by a clock. He knew Lazarus was sick. He knew how long it was going to take to get there. He intentionally waited and took his sweet time. And it wasn't like he could just jump in a car and get there faster. No, he did not. Obviously, there was more things, and it's Jesus. But still, just took his sweet time. That's how I want to live. I want to live on the fact that I'm going to get there. It'll be good when I get there. I don't want to have to live by a clock. That is my ultimate goal, and going with the flow. So this is the reason. So the gym is the reason why I wanted to bring this up in this video. Was the fact that I would plan to go to the gym. I think it was Tuesdays, Mondays, Wednesdays, maybe Fridays. I don't remember. I had it and I planned it. I put it in my calendar. It was one of those things that I did because I wanted to stay with that. And I did that. I did that for a while, and then my daughter broke her both wrists in an electric scooter accident this past summer. So then I totally got off of that rotation. I totally got off. So now the nutritionist that I'm talking to wants me to walk 30 minutes every day. I live in Wisconsin. In the summer, that I can do. I can handle that. But less than 14 days ago. It was so cold. They closed school. It was -40. And yes, it does get like that. I'm not going outside. I don't even want to go outside to get in my car. I had to have my car on they call it a maintainer, because otherwise the car basically freezes. Within 2 weeks time, I had to have AAA jump my car twice because my car basically froze. So I got tired of calling AAA and I got a maintainer. But anyway, I'm not gonna go outside to go in the car to go to the gym to walk for 30 minutes. Yes, people have treadmills in their house. I have a manual treadmill. That's one where you have to, like, you're moving it, what makes it go. But I don't want to do that. That's boring. It's boring. It holds all my gym equipment currently. Occasionally I'll pull it out. It's extra work. Having to push that thing, like, motorized parts, nice. I was lazy. So, just saying. So I, schedule-wise, should have gone to the gym yesterday. But my car was on a maintainer. I didn't have to go make sure that it was gonna start. I don't like to leave the house. I don't have to leave the house. I can get so much more stuff done until I get this degree finished. So I didn't want, plus my daughter had food poisoning. I didn't want to leave the house. I just wanted to stay in the house. Everything takes 2 hours. And I don't even live in a busy state. I don't know anybody in a busy state gets anywhere if you're constantly in gridlock. Good Lord. Anyway, so my new plan is to have the intention to walk for 30 minutes every day. Whatever. The other day, I just noticed, because it's been so cold, that the sun, when I got out of the car to go, I think it was Monday, it was so cold. It's been so cold lately. And when I got out of the car and the sun hit me, it just felt so nice. The fresh air felt nice because it didn't burn my face. And the warmth of the sun just felt so nice. I'm like, well, I'm going to try to go for a walk. Even if it's a 5-minute walk, I'm going to see how far I can go until it hurts so bad I got to go in. One day I will live in a place where I can go outside and it doesn't hurt to have to be outside. So I took a 20-minute walk, because by the time I got the last 5 minutes of that 20-minute walk, my face was getting real sore. So I'm like, you know what? 20 minutes sounds good. We're going to go home now. So I got a 20-minute walk in the sunshine with fresh air. It was gorgeous. So that was so I had planned for my gym time. But lately, my gym time, if I have the intention works. So now, see, I would just figure this out. So now I'm working with planning for and fighting for. Because I feel like I have to fight for, before I had to fight for the gym. To go to the gym and do what I was supposed to do. Now my heart intention to walk 30 minutes every day. So today, on a Wednesday, which I normally don't, and I have to work tomorrow. Anyway, so I decided, since I was already going to go to the grocery store, I was already in my car, I'm going to go to the gym and walk for 30 minutes. That wasn't planned for. That was the intention. And I was going with the flow. I didn't have to fight for getting to the gym. So we're going to maybe have a bedtime edition. Hopefully, maybe if I say it, it'll happen. I'll have a bedtime edition on the intention of going to bed at 8 to see what happens. Because fighting for going to bed at 10:30, I don't end up getting to bed until 1:30 in the morning. And that is not good for me, and that's gotta stop. So I have to find, I guess, so where did we get fighting for? Do we really have to fight for stuff? Like, what are some things we have to fight for? If we are called to be advocates, doesn't that come naturally for us? Obviously, there's going to be bad days and there's going to be struggles, but if we're advocating for something, isn't that our purpose? And can we find flow in that? My goal in all my videos, so I hope that was inspirational and gave you some nugget for the day. Let me know in the comments below what your intentions are. And if waking up with an intention, because that was the other thing that I wanted to add before I close, is in a previous video, in my video, I think about habits, I was talking about a new routine where I wasn't touching my phone in the morning. And I was doing all this other stuff before touching my phone. I did that for a couple of days until it got cold out. And then I don't want to go stand on my deck when it's -40 below. I didn't want to get in the car. So, or start my car for that matter. Because that didn't even work. The mechanic told me to start my car every day, and then it wouldn't die. It got that cold. I'm not going to go outside. No. Thank you. So I tried to protect my car, and it still didn't work. Again, I was fighting for my car. So then I'm very logical. So logically state, at that point, I'm just going to spend the money to buy the maintainer and get another extension cord to plug my car in. So I'm not going to fart around that. Saved me stress, and then I didn't have to fight for and hope for my car starting so I could go to work. Or go to the gym. That was the other thing. See, I had planned to go to the gym. The 2 times that my car wouldn't start was because I had planned to go to the gym. I didn't plan to go to the gym today. I just decided, well, I already got to go to the hospital for that appointment. Then I had to drop my daughter off. Might as well go. I need rest. I need like onions. So I might as well go to the grocery store to pick up that. And the gym's on the way, so I'll just stop there and do that. And my car started. Just kidding. It did, but that's where I'm looking more toward intention, because I wonder how that relates to the backwards law. And I'm gonna leave you with this. It was an amazing thing that gave me inspiration. I was watching this interview with Kate Winslet. And she was talking to this little girl who was, I think they were trying to do an interview. Like, it was one of those, I don't know, short things on Facebook or something. She's like, we're going to have a good interview. We just decided we're going to have a good interview. There is something in that just has inspired me constantly since I saw it. Whenever, especially with my dad's episode yesterday, he's doing all this stuff, I decided I'm going to have a happy evening. I did that last night. I'm just going to have a happy evening. You can do that. You can text me. You can do that all you want. Living your life on Do Not Disturb, I gotta tell you. I might have another video. I'll have it linked somewhere. Maybe some people can't do that, but I've been living my life on Do Not Disturb for a while, and it's been pretty fantastic. Especially with anxiety. Like, if you're overcoming anxiety, I highly recommend giving it a swirl for a little bit. Like, seeing how it... So that's my new mantra, is I'm living life on Do Not Disturb. It's so fun. So my daughter texts me or calls me. I call her back in a half an hour or so, or whenever I find my phone, because I'm over 40. So I can never find my phone. Even at work sometimes I can't. I still haven't lost it yet. I'm pretty excited at where I work. I'm pretty excited I haven't lost it yet. It came close once, but I caught it. But so that's the second installment on Fight For versus Plan For, with the addition of intention. Stay tuned for the next part. I'll see you next time. Bye.